World Cup Group C breakdown. Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. And today we're going to be doing our Group C breakdown, a World Cup Group C breakdown. And yeah, sorry this is going to be posted really quite late at night. And we've done it. I said the goal is at the end of April to hit 50 subs. We've done it by the 11th. I just want to thank you all for hitting that 50 subs. There'll be a new goal at the end and you'll see, I think it's going to be road to 100 subscribers. Which is going to be tough, of course, but I believe in us. I believe we can do it. I just want to say a really big thank you to everyone who has watched my videos and liked it. And just watching it means a lot. But yeah, should we get into Group C? The first team, Argentina, and they are one of the favourites to win the World Cup. And you know, one of the teams that they could do really well in it. I predicted them to be 4th in the World Cup or 3rd. So that's my prediction, but I think that they'll do really well in this group. They haven't got a massively difficult group. England's group is definitely a lot easier, but Argentina have got definitely a group where they can do well in and at least get 6 points out of those 3 games. Definitely this could be Messi's last chance of playing. You've got a few other good names to watch out for. Di Maria, he's looking good. They haven't got Aguero, which could be a big loss for them. But they won the Copa America, and they got Martinez in goal, which is a big thing for Argentina. Martinez is a brilliant player. And yeah, you know, Argentina have a lot of decent names, and you know they have got Messi. You can't really deny that, and you know got one of the best players in the world. You can't really say they're not going to be favourites to do it, because they did do very well last World Cup. They did decently, to be fair. They didn't do the best, but they did decent. And they got knocked out in the round of 16 to France, which is going to be a tough game, isn't it? But you know, yeah, Argentina look a very strong side, look good unit. They just won the Copa America about 7 months ago, the last chance to get the Copa America. They came 2nd in the qualifiers, behind Brazil, which you know is Brazil. It's going to be a tough fixture either way. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Argentina do, and especially in their goalkeeping department. They've got Martinez. You know, this is one of his first World Cups for Argentina. So he's come to light. He was really starting for Arsenal, came to Villa, and now he's properly banging it for Villa. And yeah, he's conceded 4 against Tottenham on the weekend, but honestly, I do think this Martinez can do well. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see though how well Argentina do. They could easily just walk the group and get 9 points, but they could slip up. I think they will beat Saudi Arabia, and they have Saudi Arabia first, and I think they can beat Mexico. And I think they can beat Poland. It's going to be Messi versus Lewandowski. What an interesting battle that will be. But yeah, moving on to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, don't really know much about this team. All I know is they were in the World Cup last time even. Lost to Russia, lost to Uruguay, and then beat Egypt. So they beat Egypt. They got that in the locker. So you know, Saudi Arabia, you know, they got a few decent players for them, but they're not that great, are they? They're not gonna do very well in this group, are they? You can just I don't even know many of their players. I don't really know any of their players really. I'll search up and maybe I don't know, but it's Saudi Arabia is gonna be such a tough team. And then this, you know, I think let's search up Saudi Arabia football team. Yeah, it's gonna be you know, honestly, I do not know any players for this Saudi Arabia team, man. The Saudi Arabia team is not the greatest, is it? Saudi Arabia football team. No, they did alright in the last World Cup, but nothing other than that. They did pretty poorly. Let's see. Do I know any of the players? Not really, nah. And they haven't really got many stand-up Yeah, Saudi Arabia. Unlucky. They're not a good team. Alright, moving on to Mexico. Can Mexico qualify for the next round? I do not know. Because they're definitely not as good as they were last World Cup, but they're still a decent side. They're still, can get results. But they just need to beat Saudi Arabia, and then Mexico Poland on the first day for me will settle who gets second. If it's a draw, then it's going to be tough, isn't it? Because I think both teams will lose to Argentina, but both teams will beat Saudi Arabia. So it'll go down to that game, the first game, to see who wins it. But Mexico, they have some decent players. They're not, the greatest team, but they're not bad. They're not like terrible. They are still a solid side. And yeah, Mexico have a few standout players. And if they do beat Poland, I think they will qualify. But depending who they get in the next round, I think will determine if they get any further. But yeah, it's going to be close between Mexico and Poland. It's down on that day. Who can qualify on that day will determine who qualifies. Whoever turns up on that day, unless let's say Mexico win and lose Argentina and beat Saudi Arabia, and Poland lose but beat Argentina and Saudi Arabia, then that'll be good. That'll be like all 3 on 6 points. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Can Mexico do it? Can they beat Poland on the first day? Can they get a big win against Saudi Arabia? Goal difference will be key. Not losing to Argentina by much, but beating Saudi Arabia as much as you possibly can due to goal difference. You don't want a bad goal difference because Poland, let's say a draw happens, probably what's going to happen really, isn't it? It's depending on goal difference, isn't it? It's going to be depending on goal difference. Should we move on to the last team, which is Poland, and they're really just Lewandowski FC. They came second in the group in the qualifiers. First was England. They went to the knockouts. Russia got eliminated, wiped out. So they automatically qualified, and then they beat Sweden 2-0. So that's good. Lewandowski, of course, getting the goal. But yeah, Poland, they're a solid side. And it's going to be close. It really is between Poland and Mexico. Argentina, for me, qualify all day. For me, Saudi Arabia are just down and out before even playing. They could do something, but they don't have any key, standout, proper, talented players. They have a few alright players, but yeah, I think Saudi Arabia just not a good team, not that good of a team. It is really down between Mexico and Poland for second, and it's going to be probably one of the most fascinating fixtures for them. Yeah, it's going to be a fascinating test for them, and Poland. They have a good goalie. They have a decent goalie in Szczesny. They have Lewandowski, of course. They have a few other decent players that can do well. They've got that. I swear he used to play for Hull and then plays for us. I don't know. I forgot his name. But they have some decent players. And yeah, that is going to be down to Poland, Mexico. On the first day. To see when they play. Match day 1. It's gonna be. It's just finding where it is, but yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting game between Mexico and Poland. Probably one of the best games of match day 1, and they play on the 22nd of November at 4 p.m. So I'll definitely be tuning into that one. But yeah, should we get into my table predictions? I said Argentina first, Mexico second, Poland third, and Saudi Arabia fourth. Argentina is pretty easy. They will win this group. Without a shadow of a doubt, they should win this group, and they will win this group. I'm certainly confident they will. For me, for Mexico, I think they will just get a scrape of 1-0, 2-0 win over Poland. I think it definitely goes down to that. I just think, they just have enough quality for me, Mexico. Just in that final third, I think they'll win it maybe 1-0, 2-1. But yeah, it'll definitely be a close game. Poland, and Mexico know whoever wins that will probably come second. So that it'll be a very interesting fight. In third, Poland. I think they will just lose to Mexico. They could draw on Mexico to get on goal difference, but yeah, for me, Mexico's third. And Saudi Arabia is basically Argentina, but the opposite. Saudi Arabia pretty much. It's not like they're down even before they play, but it sort of is. I just don't think they lose to Argentina 4-5-0. They're screwed. They're done. But yeah, that wraps up the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and road to 100 subscribers. Can we get there at least before the end of the year? I'm hoping we can do that. But yeah, see you guys later. Bye. And I just want to say thank you for 50 subs. It means a lot. Already in 3 months of doing this channel, we've hit 50 subs already. It means a lot. And we're just gonna keep growing as a community, keep growing. And as you can tell by my video I did yesterday, the channel is changing. The channel is changing. We're still doing Coventry City content, of course. I said it all in that video. But we're going to be doing a lot more other videos from other leagues. So the Champions League predictions coming out tomorrow. Premier League predictions coming out. Championship predictions are still all coming out. And it's just going to be, widen the community. And yeah, see you guys later. Bye.